Welcome to this week's episode of Yo Rabbi. I'm your host, Rabbi Joshua Korber. As Passover approaches, it becomes necessary to begin discussing some of the laws regarding Passover, where ordinary kashrut becomes a lot more complicated. I want to clear up a matter, and that's that quinoa, the grain coming from South America, it's been called into question as to whether it's kosher for Passover, and I want to assert that it is and explain why. Now, Ashkenazim, Jews of Eastern European descent, have a tradition not to eat kitniot, which are legumes that sort of remind us of chametz, which are the 5 grains, leaven. They remind us of it because of their physical properties, so I encourage all Ashkenazim to respect their own traditions regarding kitniot, and quinoa are definitely not kitniot because quinoa are actually not grains. They're technically berries and they're from the New World, so that's another reason why they can't be classified as kitniot. Now, there's still a concern put out by the Orthodox Union that quinoa can have some grain contaminants in it, like oats or like wheat. Now, if it's ancient harvest, which actually comes from Peru, we know that's a type of quinoa, that's red quinoa, and that's definitely free of all contaminants. That's actually quite important for people who need to be gluten-free, because people who are gluten-free need to be eating grains that have absolutely no contaminants whatsoever. So ancient harvest is the way to go. For everybody else, there actually is some concern that 1 or 2 flakes of oats or wheat might have gotten into the quinoa supply. So if you just sift the quinoa before you cook it and remove any of the grains, it's 100% kosher for Passover. That is Al Pi Rav. That's from my Rav, Rabbi Aaron Alexander. And if you should want some Orthodox ratification on that, you should look to the B'nai David website, where Rabbi Kanevsky constantly encourages every year his entire congregation to eat quinoa in order to keep quinoa alive and active as a kosher for Passover grain within the Orthodox community. I hope you eat quinoa and have a very kosher and happy Passover. Make sure to submit all your questions and comments to yorabbi170@gmail.com. Can't wait to hear from you.